I would have been here last year, Mr. President. I would have been on the radio, I would have been on the television. And when I spoke last year, the expectation was that we're going to be having a full-fledged Culturama this year. But of course, when we're dealing with an enemy like COVID-19, you never know what the situation will hold. You never know what the future will hold. And we have seen the effects of COVID-19 over the past year. When it came last year, we thought this thing was going to blow off in a couple of months. And I'm sure all of us thought that we would have been back to normal in the year 2021. You know, when I listened to the Premier and the member for Nevis, I think a couple of days ago, he said he has lost 2 years as the Premier, because we have practically lost 2 years from the pandemic. And unfortunately, we have almost lost 2 Culturamas from the pandemic. And so we were planning to have our Culturama this year, end of July, early August, Mr. President. But here comes the big bad old COVID-19. And with the lockdown that we would have had last week, it halted practically everything. We had already gotten permission from the COVID-19 task force to proceed with our events. Some of them would have been virtual, of course. But because of the lockdown and the non-rehearsal for some of the activities, we had to cancel what we were planning. We had to cancel the Mr. Cool and the swimwear competition that was scheduled for this year. We had scaled back our activities, but I think I can say, and I believe that persons will be happy to hear, that even though we had to cancel what we were planning for late July, early August, that you will be having some semblance of Culturama over the Independence holiday weekend. Mr. President, you look like you're ready to jam. You look up quick when I say that, boy. We will be having some semblance of activities, because the good thing about it is that we had already received permission from the COVID-19 task force, and so the permission is there. All we need to do now is to say, well, we are rescheduling. And so I know that the Calypsonians and the soca artists in particular, and I believe I see 2 of the Calypsonians in here, they will be very happy to hear, because they would have put in a lot of work, Mr. President. The Calypsonians and the soca artists in particular, they would have put a lot of work in, they would have put a lot of money in, and they would have released some of their songs. They would have been rehearsing already, and we don't want to leave them in the cold. And so we have proposed some activities for the Independence weekend to ensure that our artists have an outlet, and some of the persons in general on the island can have some enjoyment for the Culturama. And so I'm going to very quickly just go through what we have planned, the proposed dates for our events for the Independence, and the pre-activities. We are hoping to have Calypso tents on August the 14th and the 28th. We are proposing to have the Soca Monarch semifinals on Saturday, September the 4th. The Senior Calypso semifinals on Sunday, September the 5th. On Sunday, September the 12th, we're planning to have a fashion show that will showcase our fashion designers on the island of Nevis. And we do have quite a lot of very talented fashion designers on the island of Nevis. And when we go quickly to our official activities, on Thursday, September 16th, at National Heroes Day, we are planning what we call a Culture Pot. That is a production staged by the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation to showcase the best of division culture. And the event would feature a blend of traditional folklore, folk music, contemporary dance, along with calypso and soca performances. On Friday, the 17th of September, Poets in the Square, lunchtime performances at the War Memorial Square in Charlestown by some of the Federation's best poets. And on the evening of Friday, September 17th, the Night of Steel, a steel band competition between some of the Federation's leading steel orchestras. Saturday, the 18th of September, Nivision Heritage Day, an initiative of the Ministry of Tourism highlighting Nivision cuisine, folklore, and folk music at the Heritage Village in Fothergills. And then on the evening, we have the Soca Monarch contest. And this contest, of course, will target 8 finalists competing in the groovy category and 8 finalists competing in the power category. Then on Sunday, September 19th, Independence Day, the Senior Calypso Finals, where we will see 8 finalists singing in 2 rounds of Calypso, and that they will be backed by an all-star band, carefully selected from across St. Kitts and Nevis. Then on Monday, September 20th, Independence Day, and I want vaccinated persons to listen carefully to this one, because we have been encouraging people to get vaccinated all along. And sometimes there are advantages to being vaccinated, Mr. President. I believe you have been fully vaccinated, so I believe you will take advantage of this activity. What we are proposing on Monday, the 20th of September, which will be a public holiday, T-shirt masks, and that we are proposing that activity for fully vaccinated revelers only. And it will be hosted at the Villa Grounds, and the event will run from 1 to 7 p.m. And what we are proposing to do is to sell some T-shirt packages ahead of the event to fully vaccinated persons only. So only if you're fully vaccinated will you be able to attend that function at the Villa Grounds. And then in the evening, there will be the dramatic presentation that will be staged by the Nevis Theatre and Film Association. Mr. President, I want quickly to thank our sponsors who have been on board from the onset: National Bank, Flow, TDC, and we are hoping to get others on board. I'm sure some of them will get excited when they hear about the activities that we have planned for the Independence Weekend, and we are asking you to come on board, and we are asking members of the public for your support. You'll be hearing much more. I'll be making an official statement on this reschedule of events, and so you can look forward in the coming weeks to hear much more. Mr. President, as I'm about